Elissa Slotkin right now up by 1/10 of a percentage point against Mike Rogers. And of course, the state of Michigan overall hasn't been called in the presidential race, though it doesn't need to, as Donald Trump has already had the Electoral College called for him. Bloomberg's Romaine Bostick is in Detroit, Michigan at noon Eastern on the East Coast. Romaine, what's going on?
Yeah, about in that Senate race, only about 10,000, fewer than 10,000 votes right now, separating Republican Mike Rogers from Democrat Elissa Slotkin. Of course, this will take some time to sort out. This was a hotly contested race. But there's really a big issue here. And Joe, you started off the program talking about this red wave or red shock. I think a better sort of descriptor, at least here in Michigan, is the red wake-up call, at least for the Democrats here. Because in that Senate race, Slotkin outspent Rogers by a factor of almost 5-1. In fact, Democrats overall, in most of the races, outspent their Republican counterparts. And well, as you already know, they don't have a lot to show it. Of course, Slotkin hasn't technically lost the race yet, but the fact that it's even this close says a lot here about, well, just how little that money actually did. As for Trump and Harris, that was also a very contested election with a lot of the campaign spending being directed towards very specific areas. Trump spent a lot of time in Dearborn, the heavily Arab and Muslim American population area. He also spent a lot of time in Novi, as well as in a few others in the western part of the state. Those areas really helped him to close the gap with Harris, not just in this election, but more importantly, Trump actually outperformed his performance from 2020 and in 2016, and that's got to give the Democrats a bit of pause as they try to figure out what exactly happened here last night.